Hello everyone. Today's video we'll see about how to apply a tourist visa online, and we'll also discuss what all the documents you will be needing to apply for the tourist visa. Let's start. In Google, we'll search UK visa application. So you'll be getting a link which I'll be attaching below in the description. Also, click on that, and first let's check about whether we need a visa or not. So click on check if you need a visa link. So once you click that, it will navigate to a different page. So here, click on start now. So select the country from which your passport is. So I selected India since I am from India and my passport is also from India. So continue. In the next step, it will ask, what are you coming to do? So I selected tourist. And then in the next step, will you be traveling with or visiting either your partner or a family member in UK? So I don't have any. I selected no and click on continue. So as per the inputs I have given, so I will be needing a visa to UK. So if you need, you can change the options if you entered wrong, and you can select no whether you will be needing a visa or not. So click on apply standard visa to start the visa application. So here is the list of items what you can do and what you cannot do, like what are the things you need for a standard visa. So we have multiple types of standard visitor visas. So one is, so here check the list. So standard visitor visa is £115 and convert into the country from which you are going to apply. Here it says 3 months before your travel, but I got within a week. So I selected standard visitor visa, which is £115 and which is valid for 6 months. There are other types of visas as well for medical, academics, and 2 year long term, and 5 year long term, 10 year long term standard visa. So for those things, you can check the official UK government website, which we are not going to discuss now. So I'm going to apply for a standard visitor visa that will be helpful for my tourism. So click on apply now button. So I select my preferred language as English, but you can select whatever the language you want, Hindi or whatever. But I prefer select English and fill the application in English. Click on next button in the next page. So enter the country from which you are going to give your biometrics. Like I am from, I'm staying in Ireland, so I selected Ireland. If you are from India, select India. This page, it will be asking like, like whether your nearest visa application center for UK. If you know it, select I have identified. If not, click on the find visa application center, and it will navigate to a different page. And anyway, let's click on find a visa application center. So here select the country from which you are applying from. So I selected Ireland. So it will take you to the partner website, which is called TLS contact, from which I'm going to book an appointment from Ireland. So I selected Ireland. So click on submit. Here they'll be giving address and opening hours. Click on address. So which is this location is closer to me. So I know my visa application center. So I selected, I have identified the location and clicked on next. So apply for a UK visit visa. So here there are like when you cannot use this surveys and before you start what all you are going to do. So all this like they'll be giving all the information. So read it carefully before applying. Like if you are exempt from immigration services or you are deported, like there will be many aspects which you can check it before you start and how to apply. Recently, UK started asking for a TB test. If you're from a list of countries which they provided, definitely you need a TB test. So check that by clicking on the link. TB test is required only if you're planning to stay more than 6 months. So let's see like how to apply. So in this, it takes like 15-20 minutes to fill all the details. And if you are inactive for more than 25 minutes, you will be signed out and you need to enter your password and login again. This application is involved in 3 steps. Step 1 is fill the application in English, and the step 2 is pay the visa fee, and the step 3 is provide your biometrics in the visa application center, fingerprints and photographs. But before that, you need to upload your documents, which we'll discuss later in this video. So enter the email address. So I'm going to give all the dummy data here. So I entered my email and enter your password. Click save and continue. And contacting by you by email. So yes, whether this email is belongs to you or someone else, it's mine. So it's just selected you. And additional email, do you have any additional email? Yes or no? I selected no, and enter the phone number. And also you need to select whether you will be going to use this mobile number in UK or will be using it outside the UK. So here it will ask whether you have any other telephone numbers. If you have any, you can just click yes and give. I selected as no and click on save and continue. So here it will be giving an options whether I can be contacted by telephone, call and text message, or any other options. I selected contact by phone and SMS as well. And if you select no, then it will ask for what reason you are selecting that you cannot be contacted by phone. Click on save and continue. In the next step, it will ask you to give your first name and last name. Please enter your first name and last name. See, in this video, I'm going to enter all the some random dummy data, but make sure you enter your data properly. And you've been called with any other names. I selected no. Click save and continue. In the next page, it will ask your gender and your relationship status. Since I'm a married, I selected married and enter your address. Now please enter your current address here from which country you are going to apply, not the home country address. In the next step, it will ask you, we may use this address to contact you about your application, including after it has been decided. I selected yes because it's the same address for me. If it is a different, you can enter different one. Click on no and enter a different one. It's up to you, but I prefer using the same address. So yes, click on save and continue. In the next step, it will be asking how long you have been staying in that address. So it is mandatory to enter last 2 years wherever you have stayed. If you selected in the whatever the address you have selected, if you stayed less than 2 years, you need to enter the before address as well. So you need to cover all the addresses which you have stayed in the past 2 years. In the next step, it will ask you to the passport or travel document details. So where I'll be entering my passport number and the country and the issue date and the expiry date. So after entering all this, click on save and continue. In the next step, it will be asking your identity details. So your identity card details is nothing but your IRP. So since I'm in Ireland, it is IRP. So wherever you guys are staying, so enter your residence permit number. So an IRP number and the country, issue date and end date. Click on save and continue. In the next step, it will ask your nationality, country and date of birth. I selected country of nationality is India, country of birth is India, and place of birth where you are born, and date of birth as well. Click on save and continue. So it will ask you have any other nationalities. I selected no since I don't have any. If you have yes, select please. And your immigration status, I have a temporary visa and it asked valid till. So enter the expiry date over there. Click on save and continue. Your employment status, I don't have any employment. I select unemployed. And do you have any savings? I don't have any other savings. And it will ask your cost for the visit. I entered somewhere around 1,000 euros. Sorry, I entered around 500 euros. And about your financial situation, total amount you spend on each month. Since I don't have any employment, I just selected a minimum amount as 500. Paying for your visit, yes, I selected someone is sponsoring for me and help towards like someone I know, for example, a friend or family, or employer or any other company or organization for your travel. So I selected someone I know and enter that someone, friend or family details who is going to sponsor you, and their name and address, postal state, postal code, country, and how much they are going to pay you for your visit as well, and also why they are helping to pay for your visit. I assistant she is my wife, so she will be covering all my expenses. And then click on save and continue. Like, did you are getting more help from anyone? I selected no and click save and continue. Enter your start date and the end date of your trip. If you are planning to do a multiple visit, enter the first start date and enter the some whatever date you planned so far. Enter that. Click and save and continue. And which language you are going to speak, English. And what is the main reason? It is a tourism. I selected tourism. You will be having multiple other options, but I selected tourism. Click save and continue. And my main reason is tourism. And please enter your activities, like what you are planning to do and all. So enter some like a high level a couple of lines, like what is your plan, why you're coming and all. So I just entered that planning to visit London for tourism, and some like write whatever your activities or whatever your plans in the UK. Click save and continue. So enter your current partner name, first name, and the last name, and date of birth, and country of nationality. Do they live with you in currently? I selected yes. And will they be traveling with you to UK? I selected yes, because we both are traveling to the UK. It will ask the passport number. Enter the passport number of your partner who is traveling with you, and click on save and continue. The next step, it will ask people financially dependent on you. No one is dependent. I selected no. Enter your parents' details like mother name, father name, and all. Mother's first name and mother's family name or surname, and date of birth and country of nationality. And since have they always been the same nationality? If yes, yes, select yes. If not, select no and enter whatever other nationalities that your mother belongs to. And now enter the father's details, father's first name, same like father's last name, date of birth, and country of nationality. Again, it's the same like father belongs to same nationality. If nationality is changed in between, select no and enter whatever the nationalities are applicable. So for me, that's not the case. I selected yes and I clicked on save and continue. In the next step, like anyone of your family lives in the UK, I selected no, save and continue. You're traveling as a part of organization group? No. Traveling with another person who is not your partner, spouse, or dependent? I selected no. Like accommodation in the UK, you already have any accommodation in the UK? Select yes or no. I didn't booked anything. I selected no. And accommodation plans in the UK, I just mentioned I'll book the accommodation once I get my visa. Like if you know already someone in UK, like just get a letter from them. Um, that they are going to provide you the accommodation for the stay. If not, if you're booking a hotel, you can attach that if you already planned everything. If not, just do whatever I did. Like then it will ask you your travel history, how many times you traveled. I selected once because I did a transit visa recently. So I selected once, and it will ask you like what purpose you been to UK. It's a transit. So I selected one, and date. It will ask like some of the questions related to the UK things like insurance, driving license, public funds. Like I don't have anything. I don't have any relations with UK. So I just selected no everywhere, and it will ask whether you entered any Schengen area before. I selected no. You have any other travel history, like whether if you have traveled to any countries. Um, I selected no. But if you already have any travel history, please select yes and enter the details. And any immigration history like refugee visa or something like that, I selected no, which I don't have. Did you breach UK immigration law? No. Any like criminal cases or something like penalties, whatever is there, I selected no. And any war crimes, and click check. I don't have anything. And any terrorist activity, something like that. It will ask like an organization views or something like it. It will ask about your personal questions like select accordingly, and also about a person good character. And it will ask about your employment history, like you worked in armed forces, something like that. I don't do anything like that, so I selected no. And any additional information you would like to provide, I selected nothing is there, so I just clicked on save and continue. Here you can see all your details, like whatever you entered so far. You can select all the data here. If you want to change or modify anything, change, or else click and continue. And now coming to the documents part. So these are the mandatory document, that is passport, evidence of funds, and evidence of support you'll receive from your sponsorship, evidence of the relationship with the sponsor, and your residence permit. And it will also ask about that your sponsor will not breach the UK laws. I'll attach a sample document what you need to do. Like you just need to write a letter that your sponsor will not break any UK laws, and just sign it from the sponsor and attach that as well. Like whatever you're going to provide, like everything is a mandatory document in this. So select tick everything, and click on continue. In this like it will ask if you declare, if you break anything, it will be detained. And then the next step, it will be asked like whether the 18 years are over or you're submitting on behalf of someone. Like I am the applicant, aged 18 years over, so I selected I am the applicant, aged 18 or over. save, and here click done continue. Visa option like 6 months. I selected save and continue. It will ask you to pay 140 euros. Continue to hold pay. Click on continue to hold pay. So once you payment is done, it will come to this point. You can download the checklist or continue to the next step, provide documents and biometrics. If you would like to cancel, here you can cancel or click on proceed to biometrics. So it will click on continue. It will navigate to the different page, that TLS contact. So in this, you can upload the documents, or you can, once you uploaded the documents, you can track your visa. So I suggest self upload is a better option, because you can check clearly whatever you are going to upload, and upload all the documents. Once you submitted the documents, you cannot modify or delete or upload a new documents, anything. So whenever you are submitting a document, make sure you have uploaded everything. If you miss by any chance, once you reach to the visa application center, inform that these are the documents I missed. They'll be helping you to upload it, but I think there will be an extra fee if they are going to upload the document. Once you go to the once submitted, go to the visa application center. Like, you can reach little earlier. I'll suggest that, because if you go earlier, you can finish everything on time and return back. So once you go to the visa application center, they'll ask you to provide the documents, and whether they'll ask you uploaded online or you are going to submit offline. If you submitted everything properly online, say yes. If not, say these are the documents are missed, and they will do it for you. And the next step will be photo and biometrics. So once that is done, within a week or maximum, they'll say like 3 to 4 weeks, but I got within 5 days, and I picked my visa. That's all the process in this. Once you get your visa, you'll get an email that your passport is ready to collect. Please go and collect from the visa application center. If you would like to opt a postal service while doing the application in visa application center, tell them, I mean, they'll be asking you whether you need a postal service or not. So with that, they'll be posting your passport to your address. If you say yes, there will be additional charges which you need to pay upfront. That you no need to visit visa center again for collecting your passport. If you're okay to go and collect your passport, just directly go and collect the passport from them. I think hope I I covered all the steps in detail. If you have any doubts, please leave your comments. I'll be responding to your queries. That's all for today, guys.